What up, my poker peeps? It's the Hatter, and today is Sunday, June 25th. What a day to go ahead and pretty much do a mid-year 2023 poker results video. And that's what we're going to do. It's the first sunshiny day here in Florida, as you can see, but as you can also see, there's water everywhere. We've been saturated with rain for about a week straight. So let's jump into the results. We'll go over them, and at the back side of this video, we're going to go ahead and make some goals for the vlog on the back side of it, and some poker goals for the rest of 2023. As y'all know, I'm super excited. We are headed to Vegas July 1st to kick the second part of the year off to play in event number 74, the World Series of Poker, the mini main event, buying in for $1K. That's the most I've ever bought in for a tournament. I'm not really a tournament guy, but we're gonna put $1K out there and shoot for the moon. So also, I'm going to go ahead and show some clips from the worst session of the year, because I feel like a lot of vloggers, they show the good, they don't always show the bad. I want to show everything. I'm completely transparent with y'all, so there'll be clips of that day also. That was before I put out vlog number 1, so it's kind of cool to go back and look at it. All right, let's jump into the results so far 2023. All right, so let's jump right into the results here so far in 2023. And if you're just tuning in, two things I want to touch on really quick. One, I am just a recreational player. I work a full-time job, usually 40 to 60 hours a week. So some of these numbers ain't big like you would think of someone that's playing for a living. So keep that in mind. And another question I get all the time is, what app do I use to track all my poker sessions? Which I think is very important, that you track your poker sessions for multiple reasons. For one reason, it gives you self-accountability. And also, when you do go through a downswing, which is going to happen if you play enough poker, you can look back at your graph, which we'll show here in a little bit, and it kind of shows you that where your success was. And if you're having a downswing, then you can look at what you need to do better, pick up some studying, and see if it's just bad variance or if you're playing bad. But the graph at least lets you look back and see the grand scheme of things, because poker is definitely a long-term game, and that's something that I try to explain to everybody. So let's jump right in here. As you can see, the total here, $2,689 profit, which, I mean, it ain't a big number, but for a rec player, I mean, it's better than nothing. So as I go through this, I'm going to talk about some things that I'm kind of disappointed in and things that I'm actually pretty happy with. But let's jump right in. As you can see, we're going to go down here to the sessions, and we played 17 sessions for 79 hours. This is something I'm very disappointed in. I was hoping to be way above this, but as we go through the sessions here in just a second, I'll kind of like talk about it. And there's like a huge lull for about 2 months where I didn't play much, and I'll touch on that a little bit, why that is. But as you can see, the hourly right there is $34 an hour, which is, since I played 2-2 and 1-3 mainly, and all the sessions of that was either 2-2 or 1-3, I will take $34 an hour. That's pretty darn good. So I'm happy with that. So we'll continue down. I'm winning 65% of my sessions. My ROI is 50%. I mean, that's great. Winning 65% of sessions is pretty good. I would like to be around that number, maybe a little more. But I mean, a lot of that is just, some days you're going to run good, some days you ain't. So we'll go down here a little bit further, and right here where it says big blinds per 100. Or per hour, sorry, excuse me. Per hour is what I want to look at right here. And we're winning 16 big blinds per hour, which I'm extremely happy with. If you can keep that, if I keep that up long term, that's definitely be amazing. But honestly, 17 sessions, really roughly 80 hours, super small sample size. So I could just be running good. And there was a couple of sessions that I'll talk about here in just a second where I did run good. So that's pretty much the overview of what I got here. As you can see, 3-month trend, we have 9 sessions for pretty much 1,700. So you can see most of our profit came here in these last 9 sessions. So let's go back up here to the session tab and look at all of our sessions. Our best session was the 2-2 on Deep Stack Best Bet live stream I played on. If you go back to vlog number 3, you could see that I broke down pretty much that whole session. And that night we ran really good. Pretty much every big pot except for the very first, the bomb pot, I pretty much held and had the best hand in all of them. So we make a big profit there of $760. And as y'all can see, that is a big part of the winnings. So, but we'll start from the beginning of the year here. January 2nd, I had big goals starting off the year. I wanted to get in sessions and hours, and we started off good. As you can see, January 2nd with a 450 win. We end up getting in 5 sessions in January. February, now this is where things kind of changed for me. In February, my buddy got married up in the mountains. So that was like a week and a half, 2 weeks where I was more focused. You can see right there, I went to Cherokee and I played for like 45 minutes waiting to meet them before we went to the Newfound Gap into Tennessee. So pretty much from February 4th all the way to March 2nd, which was the worst session, minus 300 at Oxford Downs. And that's one I'm going to show you some clips from here in just a little bit. So we'll revisit that one. But that was my worst session of the year so far, which we just lost one buy-in, so it's not really that big of a deal. But as you can see, there was that bit really from February 4th all the way till April 30th. I had a lot going on in my personal life, so I didn't get to the tables as much. And a little bit was, to be honest with you, me being lazy. I told you, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. There was some days that I could have went, and I was tired from work, and I just didn't drag my butt for that hour and a half drive to go to the poker room, put the thing in. So second half of the year, I'm hoping to fix that. But anyways, let's jump up to April here in the first week of May. This is when we went to Vegas and did the 24-hour vlog number 1, if you want to go back and check out each one of them sessions. As you can see, we ran really well when we was in Vegas. And then when we return from Vegas, we go to Orange Park. We take 2 small losses. Then we have the live stream. And then on June 4th was our last session. And we had, that was a day, I remember that day pretty well because it was my last session. I was stuck pretty much all day. And at the very end, I got unstuck and we ended up booking a $75 profit. So that's kind of how the years went so far. Like I said, I definitely want to get in more sessions and more hours, as I'll touch on in the second part of this video. So we'll go to locations. As you can see, I played most of my sessions at Best Bet, Orange Park, Florida. And I'm up 1,332 for a $31 hourly, winning 75% of my sessions. That'll work. The best bet, as you can see, there was a small session I played before the live stream, so I split that up in 2. 114, almost 115 an hour. That's unrealistic. Like I said, that's pretty much all from the live stream where I ran pretty hot. MGM Grand was just a 4-hour session when I first got to Vegas. We won 446 there. Bally's, I played 3 sessions there for 310. I think that right there is probably more realistic of what it would look like. And then also I played a super long session at the Bellagio where after 11 hours, I remember that day I got stuck within like the first hour and a half, and I dug out of it. And then you can see the short session was not even an hour at Cherokee, and then the 5 hours at Oxford Downs, which I'm going to show clips and stuff from it in just a minute because, like I said, I want to show my losses as much as my wins to keep y'all real on how everything goes. So let's look at the charts. And as you can see, apparently I can't win on Wednesdays. I'm not sure how I have not played on a Friday. That's kind of crazy to me. I'm not sure how that quite worked out that way, but we're going to change that. Maybe the first thing I need to do is go play on a Friday night. But anyways, as you can see, there was the lull right there in February and March, and April was pretty much just one session. May we did, and then here we are in June again with only one session. But we're going to Vegas, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to start grinding, y'all. It's time for me, as Johnny Vibe said, it's time for me to embrace the grind and really get out there and do some stuff. So the last tab we're going to check out right here is our graph for the year. As you can see, there's been a couple of downs, a couple ups, but the graph is what we want it to do. As long as your graph is going up, and hopefully it continues to go up, that's really all this is about. So that's pretty much everything we got to show for the results so far in 2023. Like I said, to wrap it up before we go in, I just want to show you a little bit of the Oxford Downs day, and I want to show probably the best part of that day is a clip I'm going to put at the end, and it's kind of where we bless somebody, because that's really what I'm about, is trying to spread positivity. But hopefully on the backside of this, what I want to say is I need to put in a whole bunch more volume, but I think so far the hourly and big blinds per hour, it shows that we're playing pretty good when we go. So let's go ahead and hop into the Oxford Downs and show a little bit of that day and the misery. All right, y'all. What up, my poker peeps? It's your boy, the Mad Hatter here. We down here at Oxford Downs, a little bit south of Ocala, Florida. And we're going to get in here and we're going to play some 1-2, 1-3. I don't think that's about the biggest stakes they're going to have today. But we're going to get in here. They got a tiki bar out back. Hopefully they open it up a little bit later. And hopefully we get to meet some cool people and make some new poker friends. And maybe even a winning session. Let's go, y'all. My poker peeps, boy, as you see, tiki bar. Beautiful place here at Oxford Downs. Unfortunately, poker didn't go well. I played so bad pre-flop, got into bad situations, got even. They play these $10 bomb pots, and losing a huge pot right before I was about to leave. So in for 3, out for 0. That's part of it. Big loss. Well, not big loss. It's really only one buy-in. But beautiful place, as you can see. Got a little stage over here. Definitely be back. Definitely will not play bomb pots. It's just so much luck involved in it. You know, I flop top trips. You're playing double board, so you think you got the board locked up on the bottom, and they have pocket threes, and then another person gets the top board, and you lose it all. Add outs all the way around. So, add outs on the top board. Jack would have gave me the nut straight. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a $300 loss. It ain't the end of the world. Had a good time. Met a couple people. Jace, I believe that's your name, that lost the wallet that I gave back to the dealer. If you happen to see this, shout out to you, buddy. Go to Vegas. But besides that, man, cheers on to the next adventure with the Mad Hatter. Let's go, y'all. All right. So like I said, we're going to jump into some goals for the rest of 2023. I love these old pictures of Vegas, so I put it up so we can put the goals over here. So number one, we've got to get some volume in. We're at 17 sessions. Let's try to get to 50 by the end of the year. That's 33 sessions. That is a little bit going to be hard, but like I said, I got to embrace the grind and get in there. So let's try to get to 50 plus sessions for the year, but more importantly, hours. We're at roughly 80, 79, so we'll call it 80. I need to get to 250 hours played. With that being said, I probably need to really concentrate on putting more hours in. Looking back at the results, I'm averaging like 4.7 hours per session. It's just tough. It's tough when you're a working class guy like myself to get hours in, but we're going to have to throw some marathon sessions in there. But let's get to 250 hours. So them are the top 2 goals. I think the hours is more important. But I'd like to get 15 vlogs out by the end of the year. This is vlog number 5. Let's try to get to 20. Maybe be able to get a little bit to 25, because when we go to Vegas, I'm definitely going to push hard to vlog every single day, and we're there for 7 days, July 1st through the 7th. So if you see me walking around in Vegas, big top hat, hard to miss me, come say hi. I'm a social butterfly, and I love the poker community, and I love good people. So if you see me, come holler at me. All right, y'all. Till the next one, Hatter out.